Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I was browsing around on Sephora's website towards the end of December and they were having a great sale. I was looking to spend some of my extra holiday cash and they were doing an extra 20% off for Sephora Rouge members, which I thought was a great deal. There were so many items I was already interested in. So I found pretty much everything to do a full face of makeup with the exception of foundation and concealer. But for everything else, I paid about $80. So we're gonna get into it, see if these items are any good, if they were worth my money. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy a good sale, and let's get into it. Starting out, I got this. This is one of the Sephora Play Boxes. I know this is like a monthly subscription you can do. I want to say it's $20. I think this was on sale for $10. And this one I bought solely because there's a setting powder in here I've been wanting to try. So I'm not going to focus on everything that came in here, but I quickly will go over what came inside the box. So this is Dr. Roebuck's No Worries Hydrating Face Moisturizer. Also came with First Aid Coconut Water Cream, which I've tried before and have liked. There's something from Origins in here. This is the Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Soothing Lotion. There's something from Tarte Mermaid Skin Hyaluronic H2O Serum. Can never say that word. There's a powder in here from Ilia. I've been wanting to try this brand. They have a mascara that keeps selling out of stock. So let me know if you guys have tried anything from this brand. Ilia, this is the setting powder. We're going to use that in a little while on the face. And then right now I'm going to use this. This is the Youth to the People Superberry Hydrate and Glow Oil. So just a little sample here. Oh, look at that little dispenser. I would put it right on my face, but I'm wearing the shirt that I'm about to wear to work, and my luck is that I would spill it. It doesn't really smell like much. Maybe very, very light. I have tried a serum from this brand as well as a cleanser, and I've really liked it. Of course, I saw this and I had to pick it up. This is one of the Huda Beauty Obsessions and Coral Obsessions. So this was originally on my wish list when these first launched. This one came out with the first launch of them. I believe that was December of 2017 or right around that time. Beautiful palette. I love these kinds of tones in general. We're about to go away to a little bit more tropical place. We're going to Key West, so I thought the coral colors would be nice. So I'm going to start out with this one. Right away, these colors look almost identical to me, which is kind of funny. Let's see how they swatch. That one's maybe a little bit more orange toned, a little bit darker, but they look almost identical in the pan, which is just kind of funny. I think I'm going to take the yellow one first. And these launched as being limited edition, so I guess they're just now starting to wear them down and go through them, because this is what, almost a year later. Now I did use concealer and setting powder to set my eye makeup. I don't know if I would do that the next time because this is not very pigmented for the yellow. I don't know if maybe that's why this one has already been discontinued, because the other four from the original launch were still there. I'm just gonna keep trying to build that up. I think next time, like I said, I would definitely go in with this wet. There's quite a bit of kick up too, just to note. I'm really having to layer this yellow on to get it where I want it to be. And then next, I think I'm just gonna mix these two kind of colors and put them more into my crease with the same brush. So those are blending well together between the yellow and the more coral shade. That first yellow just didn't really have a lot of pigment. I'm going back over it with just a little bit more of that yellow so that comes through a little bit more. Just back and forth until I get what I want. really just gonna keep it there and then go in with the shimmer shades on my lid. I'm keeping it really simple today. This part got a little bit messy, but I am gonna be cleaning it up with a makeup wipe. So the lighter pink, I'm gonna put on the inner part of my lid, just with my finger. If this performs the same way as the other ones, I don't need to wet it. My finger will work just fine. This is part of those resolutions that I gave myself, so I am doing my makeup before work, doing a full face. And then I'm going to go in with the deeper coral shimmer on the rest of the lid. It's almost got some pink in it. Instead of eyeliner today on the top, I am going to just use this pink shade. And let me find an angled brush. I'm just trying to get as tight to my lash line as possible. I switched up my brush. This is an eye definer brush from Sigma. And I'm just stamping it on because I'm getting a little bit more color payoff that way. I brought it up a little bit further than I wanted to, but I still think it gives a nice pop to the look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation, my concealer, blush, and bronzer. Everything else I will be able to complete on camera with these sale items, so I will be right back. For the sake of time, I did go ahead and use the Ilia setting powder underneath my eyes and then also on my crease lines. I'm gonna wipe away any excess in just a little bit. You can't even see it, actually disappeared right into my skin. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my under eye with the Huda Beauty Curl Obsession. Taking that same eye definer brush right over along the lash line. And then I'm going to take some of that yellow shade. This yellow shade is so stubborn. I'm going to add a little bit more pink. And for a little inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the lighter shimmer shade in here and some Catrice Prime and Fine. I got 3 sale items from Urban Decay. This one is a highlighting fluid that I will be using in just a moment. This set is one of the Perversion sets. It's mascara and eyeliner. I did give the eyeliner away to my sister because this one has one in it. So the mascara is the one I will be using. It's the Perversion one, and it's supposed to be a pretty deep black. I know I've had it sometime in the past. I had a sample of it, but I've been wanting a full size. And then for this, it has a black liner in here. There's a gold, a shimmery blue, a purple, and then also an orange. So of course I'm gonna use the orange today, and I think a little bit of the black as well. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, this is the gold. It's called Space Dust. That is so pretty. Let's see, the orange one is called Starfire. I like these names. So I think I'm going to use these two. And Starfire I'm going to use on the outer part of my lash line. And then reserve the gold for the center. That is pigmented. Urban Decay has a really nice liner. The black one I do feel like runs on me, but I've been wanting to collect more of the color ones just because they have so many options. I'm almost covering that orange now. I like this gold one so much. Just curling my lashes before mascara. Has a pretty fat wand on it. And it looks like there's a lot of product on the end. I always wipe off that excess. You just don't know when you go in with a fresh mascara. This is separating my lashes very nicely. Going in very lightly because I don't want to get clumpy, of course. I like that so far. It's very separating. The color is nice. My lashes look fluffy. It's not like clumpy looking. That looks really nice. I really like this formula so far. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, if it gets flaky or anything like that. But so far, I really like this mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the highlighting fluid next. And I bought this in the shade Aura. I believe it has a pink tone to it. All my highlighters have a pink tone to it. It's definitely what I go for. As far as cream highlights, I don't use a lot of them. I feel like some of them don't play well with others. So I'm gonna see how this one does. I'm shaking it up just because it looks like something that needs to be shaken up. I didn't actually read the directions. So what I find works best with these is to put it on the back of my hand or directly on the sponge rather than going right on the cheek, because then all your powders will move around. It's drying down pretty fast, so I'm going to put it actually onto my sponge. And it did say you could mix this with your foundation or your base moisturizer. It's a very slight glow. This would also serve well for a base for other highlighters. It is pretty, kind of has a wet look to it, and it's not messing with my other powders. I just have to blend it out a little bit more over here, but it doesn't look like it's making them blotchy or anything. Bet this would be pretty on the lid too. Not like a full highlight, it's like a wet sheen almost, not like a full blinding highlight, but again, it would work well as a base too. And I would like to try to mix it with foundation to see what kind of coverage I get and what kind of effect I get. So I'm going to try next. I got 2 lip pencils from Bite Beauty. I've been working on my stash of lip pencils because I don't have a ton of them. So I got this one is in the shade, this actually doesn't have a name on it. It says 004. I thought online it did, but that is that shade. It's more pink. And then this is 008, which I think I'm going to go in with. It's like a peach nude kind of color. It looks so pink on the actual pencil itself. And I think all of these were on sale, so maybe they're just reformulating them, renaming, repackaging. This looks like it's going to work well with a lot of my lipsticks. And it feels like a normal lip pencil and that's a little bit draggy. It will also probably be a little drying, but it doesn't feel too harsh or too aggressive. And I'm going to top that off with, again, from Bite Beauty. This is the Flat White Gloss. And just a little Catrice. Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray. I started talking and spraying at the same time. And here's the completed look. I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't have too many issues today. The only thing that did give me a little bit of trouble was the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions. I keep wanting to say Emerald Obsessions. The Coral Obsessions palette, the yellow in there didn't give me that pigment that I really wanted, so I'm gonna have to play with the palette a little bit more. And like I said, I also wanna try it with a wet base to see if I can bring out more of that pigment. The star of the show for me is the mascara, so I'm gonna have to see if that flakes or runs throughout the day, but I do like the way my lashes look a lot right now. I also really like the Urban Decay Skin Fluid. I didn't expect to. That was one I was kind of iffy about. Like I said, cream highlights sometimes I feel like break up your makeup, especially powders underneath. It tends to look a little blotchy and it just breaks it all up. This one didn't do that. I like the little bit of sheen or glow it gave me, and I would be curious to mix it with other products. Let me know below if you guys picked up anything from the sale as well. I would love to know what you got. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.